Hi, welcome to Pickleball World. The most common question our friends and customers ask us is what they should be looking for when choosing a pickleball paddle. Unsurprising really, as the choice is vast and the options can be baffling. So in this short video, we'll try to simplify the jargon and help you narrow down the search for your perfect paddle. There are really 5 key elements to consider when choosing a paddle that's right for you and your style of play. These are the weight, the core, the surface or face of the paddle shape, and of course the grip. Let's look quickly at each of these in turn. Let's talk about weight. Most modern paddles range in weight from around 7.5 to 8.5 ounces. As a rule of thumb, below 8 ounces we would consider to be lightweight, over 8 ounces would be midweight. The paddle weight is usually shown on the packaging. There are heavier weight paddles over 8.5 ounces, but these are less common. Lightweight paddles are easier to swing and offer a bit more accuracy. So if you prefer delicate dinking and drop shots as opposed to hard shots and slams, or if you suffer from wrist strain or tennis elbow, a lighter weight paddle might be right for you. The drawback is that lighter paddles can offer a little less power than midweight options. Midweight paddles deliver a good blend of power and control and tend to be the most popular choice for all-round performance. So let's talk about the core of your paddle. Most modern pickleball paddles have a polymer honeycomb core between the paddle faces. Cheaper paddles of wood or aluminium are available, but to get the most enjoyment out of your pickleball, you should choose a more contemporary paddle. The thickness of the paddle core is important. This can range from 10 to 20 millimeters. So what difference does this make and which is best for you? One answer is power versus control. As a general rule, a thicker core paddle offers a little less power as the paddle absorbs more of the ball's impact. But this reduction of power enables you to be more precise with ball placement, so more control. Conversely, thinner core paddles offer a little more power as the ball spends less time on the paddle face, but this does tend to sacrifice some control. I'd suggest that a paddle core of between 13 and 16 millimeters will give you a nice all-round blend of power and control. It is worth mentioning that paddle technology is slowly changing with the recent introduction of Generation 4 paddles. What we call Gen 4 paddles are relatively new to the market and essentially replace that traditional honeycomb with a full foam core. This changes how the paddle flexes, absorbs energy and transfers power, further increasing sweet spot, durability, dwell time and power. Gen 4 paddles are still in their infancy and are quite expensive, so tend to be more popular with experienced and advanced players. So, let's talk about the face of your paddle. Most modern paddles feature either a fiberglass or carbon fiber face. Graphite or Kevlar are also available, but less common. There's no right or wrong here, just that the paddle face material offers slightly different characteristics. Fiberglass paddles tend to be a little less pricey than carbon fiber and often offer superior pop and power. Carbon fiber paddles are generally more durable and offer exceptional control, feel and precision, much better for dinking and ball placement. It's worth mentioning that spin capability is often influenced by good texture on your paddle face. Carbon fiber paddles offer very good spin capability. If, however, you're opting for a fiberglass paddle, spin players will want to ensure you have some texture on your paddle face to get the best out of your game. Now let's talk about your paddle shape. According to the rules of pickleball, what is governed is the total length and width of your paddle. But that allows paddles to come in a few shapes and sizes, generally standard, elongated or wide-bodied. Standard shaped paddles like this one offer a well-rounded mix of power and control, making them perfect for all-round players and beginners. Elongated paddles are designed with a longer, narrower face. Ideal for singles and more advanced players, they offer high power and increased reach, but reduced forgiveness due to a smaller, higher sweet spot. Wide body paddles feature a broader face. These paddles offer the largest and more forgiving sweet spot, so it can also be good for beginners or players focusing on softer dink shots. Finally, let's talk about your paddle grip. The grip or handle of a paddle can vary both in thickness and in length. Of course, you can add overgrip to increase grip thickness, but we would encourage you, where possible, to hold a paddle to ensure it feels comfortable and fits snugly in your hand. In addition, length of the grip can be standard or elongated, sometimes referred to as a tennis grip. A standard grip supports a nice centered sweet spot and minimises those occasional mishits. A longer handle typically offers more reach, but also moves the sweet spot higher up on the paddle face. Longer handles are good for players who use two-handed backhand, who want to generate more power. But really, it's whatever feels most comfortable for you. So that's a quick overview of the main paddle characteristics. We hope you found that helpful. You can filter our wide range of paddles on our website or drop me an email, gary@pickleballworld.co.uk. Let me know a little bit about your style of play, and we'd be very happy to come up with some great options. Thanks for watching, and happy pickling.